Sustainable development is something that is very future oriented and does not take into account many historical perspectives at all. In fact, the definition that has been widely accepted um, across the world um, comes from the 1987 Brundtland Report, and word for word, it's development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own need. So just in the definition itself, it's just focusing on the future, and there's no mention of any sort of historical perspective. Now, why might this be? Well, in the past, dating all the way back to colonial systems that have been put in place, there's um, there's just this disproportional uh, benefit and cost relationship between developing countries and developed countries. Um, a lot of this plays out in transnational companies and other companies based in countries in the global north, going into these developing countries, setting up resource extraction and other similar practices, whether it be mining, oil extraction, anything like that. And the benefits of these practices are constantly being felt by developed countries, and the people on the front lines in the actual countries where these practices are taking place, they face a lot of environmental degradation, whether it be contaminated water, air pollution, loss of habitat, other ecological damages, and this all comes at a cost for them, but it benefits these global north countries. So um, there's a push among these global south countries to get this uh, get this sort of way of thinking out there, as they're the ones who are receiving the brunt of the costs. And obviously these developed global north countries are not trying to get this way of thinking out there and trying to suppress this. And it all comes back to this sort of ecological debt idea, where from from an industrialized and developed country perspective, you it's often thought of that developing countries are going into debt, while the developed nations are the creditors loaning to them to get them out of a hole, to get them out of debt. And the authors talk about a reversal in this in ecological debt, by that it reverses this sort of way of thinking, as the global north countries owe the global south countries something for the degradation that they've caused. So those are kind of the main key themes that I think the authors are playing to.